Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kinlaig. That's done nicely. Get that put away. Right. It's still early March. I've continued from the last episode of moving all the bales up, and I picked up a chisel plough ready to put in a field basically for the sunflower. Do I need... I don't think I need this yet. What does my stone picker require? I think it's 180 or something, isn't it? 170. I might be able to do it with this actually. It's 150, but I've got a bit of a... There's a Can-Am in the sale. Nearly. A Can-Am in the sale, and I sort of want it quite a bit. I'm trying to justify in my head purchasing it. So I bought the chisel plough and I started, and like it's fair to say I got a little bit carried away. But thinking this is a decent sized field, this I think is a decent sized strip, and then there's this bit, there's the wood contract comes up here, and I still want some meadow grass around, especially with the tree. I'm not sure whether I should just go bigger fields though, and possibly put these two together and just keep the tree in the middle separate, maybe. I quite like the idea of doing that. And then I've kept this area open and flat just in case we might want to put something building wise down there. We've got the back there that can still be meadow grass. If I was to bring that out, it would have to come out to here, wouldn't it? Which can be done. Let me start with a bit of stone picking. I've rang the soil sampling company. They're sending somebody out. This hasn't got that good a turning circle. I forgot about that at all. Really messed that up, haven't I? Ooh, watch that cotton. I don't want to damage that cotton harvest that's going to be so successful. But I mean, what would we need to plant? We need something for an oil, so sunflower, soybean, and a cereal crop. So 3 separate fields makes sense, doesn't it, really? But we have got that little spot that we could... Don't know why I'm going this way around. Hopefully they don't notice what we're doing. I suppose we could just plough it all up have one huge field and then this smaller field. We could, I mean, you can split the harvest in half, can't you? We don't have to plant the same, we don't need a gap to plant. We can put one strip, one half one, one half another. It is slightly more land. Is that really going to be mowable as well just there? I've pretty much just talked myself into expanding that out, and I quite like it having a tree in the middle of it. I sort of think maybe that is what I should do. And I'm quite impressed with, I know I'm using a chisel plough, but I'm quite impressed with almost how neat I've managed to get it. On the lines. That is a bigger gap in there. This bit's fairly drive-throughable. And we've got a nice entrance here. Not many stones coming out of this. Let's put the other bit in. Oh, yeah. Let's just encircle that tree. We've still got space around the outside to do, and if we decide we're not going to do it, we can just put grass in it, can't we? Sunflowers is pretty much a definite thing that we need in. Although, I say that, Walter's going to be making canola. We could possibly trade canola with something he's more likely to want the use of. Ooh, that's maybe an interesting idea. What if we planted a root crop? Wait, I've just walked straight past the tractor. If we planted a root crop for Walter and then traded that with his canola, then we could probably crack on with ooh, I have to be careful there, aren't I? I think I've just realised why I didn't want to do that. Because I've got these lovely neat lines. Well, in for a penny. Nice and slow. Oops. Let's take the edge off that. I've got to be fairly careful with these tree branches that we don't. See, that's quite low. We might not be able to harvest under that. Oh, I've just missed that tiny bit, haven't I? Never going to get it perfect, and to be fair, it's the UK, so you don't really have that square of field anyway. Where's the nearest we want to get with that? I'd say about there. Nice. So what else are we going to need to do? Stone pick. I'm thinking this will need lime. We won't actually know that because there's no data. I'm going to have to take a loan on that. Lime spread. That's really tight, isn't it? Let's bring that out. That's quite a substantial branch there. Nice. I don't think we need to go out any further there. Let's just see if we can tidy up this top end. Going to create like a dog leg on it, isn't it? That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. That's fine. Right. I shall carry on with this and come back to you. Hold on. I'm going to get it. I don't know why, but I'm going to get it. How much money have I not got? I'll regret not getting it. Oof. I think I'm going to need about 15 grand for today's episode, aren't I? 460. I've got 40 grand left in the budget to wiggle with. That's not great. But snowplow, 270 quid. I might put that on at a later date. Extension. Yeah, why not? Design, roof setup, design. Oh, full cab is well, definitely some sort of cab. We're in Scotland, so we'll have the elements that we want to keep. That's practically a car. Yeah, boom, done it. Just spending money for fun. We probably do need a bigger field. Onions. Onions or potatoes. It probably would make sense because Walter has bought that harvester, and obviously he would be having to wait a year in order to do anything without fields to put in for his business to be running forward on that. So that would make sense, but then it does depend on the crop calendar, doesn't it? Let's have a check on that. It's a proper episode where I'm just thinking out loud all the way through at the minute, up to now, the first 14 minutes. Right, he's got canola planted, so that will be due around August time, say. Onions can go in now. Potatoes can go in now. Onions and potatoes. I'll have to have a chat with him. See if that's an acceptable deal for him. He's also got, or to be fair, he's also got wheat as well. So we could be doing basically a crop trade-off system. That's not bang in the middle, is it, that tree? And that's sort of going to annoy me a bit, so I'm going to have to try and just tidy that a little bit better. I mean, I'm not too bothered about the back end of it, but I do want it to be a feature of the field. That's not too bad. That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, let me get these stones up off this, and I'll ring. Let's order the chap that's going to come out, and let's just work out how much they're going to cost. And that is done via the stone picking. Well, hello, get that one in. I want to try and get as much done in the daytime as possible. Don't know how long we've got to get that done. Ages, that's fine. Crop. Precision farming, that's dropped to 71. 71. Why is nothing coming up? There we go. Tram lines, yes. I can't remember the size. Has that just done it on that actual land? I think it has. Oh. Is that all of it? It's not doing that field as well. It has included that, hasn't it? Okay. What's the tram lines on that? 24. 24 must be the... Can we see Walters? No, not on this one. I'm just going to go with 24 then. I think that is the width of my sprayer. So just get that done nice and neatly now. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Okay. That might not work out as well as I thought it was going to. Anywho, let me get some stone picking done. Now we can have a look at what's needed. I think we'll need to crack on, get as much done as possible. I'll need to go and get I'll need to go heavy with the lime next. Can I plant? Can't fertilise it yet. Does my planter plant onions? That's something I didn't think about. That's it, isn't it? No. Okay, I'm going to have to make a call to Walter, then pose the idea to him. I shall speak to you shortly. Yes. The cannon. a little bit of a downside to it. Couldn't quite. It's not the biggest of backs. I couldn't quite get. That's a tightly strapped down these calcium carbonates, but I'm hoping I've got enough to last us. There's a fair old bit of field there, and I'm going to have to chuck quite a bit on it to get that level up. I've already been down and picked up the spreader, the usual lime spreader that we use. Watch out, because on the way back I hit the train by accident and went spinning. I thought it was recording, but it wasn't, which was a shame. Right, Jade's there. Maybe not. Let's put this out the way of that. We want map, engine. It's not a crop sensor that we need, really, is it? Is this gonna read? No, it is. Let's get some lines out. Right, I've got 8,000 litres, which I'm hoping is enough. Let's find out. What time are we at? I'm wondering whether I might have to. Roll that into a tree. That's perfect. That'll empty that out. Lovely. We are going to go through quite a bit, aren't we? Yeah, I think we're a bag short, and more than a bag maybe. Let's got that squared in. Is it going to be one bag for this whole field? No, I'll tell you what, that's not looking too bad on that minimap. Oh, disappointing. If that's one bag just for that, I think we're definitely going to run out. Let's take it off this one first, hopefully. Get my scoop out and hand scoop it in. You can believe that. I've just thought, oh, I definitely need to pick up some contracts because I haven't got enough money to put in the damn it. Oh, have I got that in a weird shape? I haven't got enough money to put in the fish factory. They do, however, deliver it in one full container that unpacks, which is pretty cool. In fact, I wonder actually whether we could get that done in today's episode if I can whip and earn some money. Might not work. That is literally a lot of lime wasted just there. Might be enough to do it actually. Now I'm looking at this. That's not going to get very far up there though, is it? That's not bad. Maybe we've got enough. We've still got 2 and a bit. There's only going to be like 350 litre in that one though, isn't there? I might be able to get it at least limed pre night time. I'm struggling to remember what order to get everything done. Let's start down here. May as well keep going, haven't we? I was going to skip off and see you in the morning, but that's not worked very well, is it? A horrible shaped field I've made. And what a mess I've made of that bit. Let's just get this bit out. My guess of 8,000 litres might be incredibly close. I think we can do this. I'm quietly confident here. Why is that not mapped? Intriguing. $10 litres spare there. Yeah, we're going to get this done. I have a little bit left over here. Where's that just loaded up from? Yeah, I think we're all gravy on this. I mean, that's to say the pH level is going to be fine for whatever we do plant in here. I've not had the joy of speaking to Walter yet. I was going to nip over to see him afterwards, but in fact, I might ring him up, see if he fancies a trip into town, and then pose the idea to him. I could go pick him up and bring him over. Oh, look at that tiny amount left. As is always the case, there's always a tiny amount left, isn't there? Mind you, I can empty both bags hopefully into here now, and then just drop one back out. Done it, done it. Look at that, never in doubt. Never in doubt. That's going to be a good looking field when this is in. I'm glad we're not making lime because it is quite cheap. I mean, this was £2 worth at 1800 quid worth of lime, so not that cheap, but you know what I mean. Right, pH level now should say lovely. Good, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's alright, isn't it? Let's... I can be really clever here and unload this here. Yep, and it pops off into the storage thing. Right, that is ready to go back to the store, which I can actually drop off when I go to do that stone picking contract. Everything is working out brilliant. I need to take the plough back though as well, don't I? That'll get us back up with a few quid in the bank. We are going to need to get some contracts done. That's not doing anything. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is cool. Does it got a winch? Does that work? Don't tell me the winch doesn't work. What's the point putting it on if it doesn't work? Base game. Don't work. Right. This could be quite handy for dropping stuff backwards and forwards, couldn't it? Say fish food. From a production to the fish food farm. It is a great looking bit of kit. I'm very happy with it. Right, what are we at time wise? I'll tell you what. We'll leave this here for the episode. I shall speak to Walter, find out what he feed Harvey from there. I'll speak to Walter to find out whether he's up for a bit of a deal on that. We can still plant in March too. Probably need to think about what we're going to plant though, because I mean realistically, onions, what do you plant the onions with? Onion planter, I mean, oh my god. well, let's... What's that going to cost to lease? That is not good. Mine, to be fair, if one come up in the sale, Walter would be gravy on that, wouldn't he? 140 horsepower, 4.5. That'll be quite entertaining to do the next episode. To be fair, potato planters, they're small, aren't they? But they don't take a lot. So yeah, I'll have to have a word with Walter, because obviously that's going to be his crop, so he's going to need to... Oh, I need to pay to get this repaired as well. Money's too tight to mention. It is getting a bit dark, so I'm going to leave the episode there. And just like that, with the luck of a crash, I've ended up going all the way back, and I've got to do the liming all over again. How wonderful. At least it's only this section and not the whole episode, which has happened a few times in the past. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button. If you've not subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe, and if you've got any comments or suggestions, then do feel free to put them in the comments section. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now.